What's up, guys? It's joshbowerartist.com, checking in again. Um, so right when I start this, if you see the little, um, it's like the little picture, like the little screen grab that they use to put on for your video on YouTube. And I wrote this out because I'm trying to do a dry erase board, so like the number pops out, and I don't always have a canvas or whatever to show off. I wanted to do something a little bit different and something maybe to catch the eyes more. So I thought, oh, I'll write it out and put it on here and do little doodles or whatever real quick. Um, and then I realized that the camera shows it backwards. So yeah, maybe I'll do like some vinyl backwards. I don't know. Trying to get this more professional looking, more cleaned and polished, for as good as cleaned and polished as I can get for doing it live. Hey Andy, how's it going? I want to see if I can share this as I'm doing it live. And I forgot to turn the thing on. I'm already roasting in here. Never prepared. Somewhat prepared, but never fully prepared. Hey, how's it going, Dan? Ah, there we go. Let's see. Can I share it? Ah, there we go. Oh, no, I'm hearing myself. Don't want to hear that. Share. This is why I started just a couple minutes early. Because I want to try to make sure people know that I'm doing this live, so I have some people watching. Because last week I had no people watch. Nobody watching while I was going. 1 second. One more. This is what you get when it's live. Okay, cool. So that is all shared and we are ready to go. Actually, that kind of works leaving it up like that because I can see messages. Well, I hope they do. The last one got 10 or so views, I think. Maybe a little less than 10, but so welcome. It is Artist Weekly Update number 11. There we go. It is September 6th, 2018. We've got all kinds of things going on. I would have more commissions. Get right into what I'm working on and what's been going on the last week. I would have more commissions to show off, but I sent a bunch out Tuesday, so I don't have them here. But I did a Sebastian, or I finished up the Sebastian the Flounder, and a Punisher Skull, and what was the last one I did? That's really bad when you can't even remember what you made in a week. I did some other one. But anyways, all those have been finished out. They all were sent out. 2 orders went to Georgia, and another one went to Wisconsin. So one person should be getting theirs today, and the 2 others will be getting them tomorrow. So hopefully they like what they ordered. One was actually a gift from one friend to another. I think it was a surprise, so hopefully he really likes it. That would be the Punisher Skull I did. But yeah, so I'm working on commissions still. I keep getting little ones here and there. As I finish up a set of them or whatever, I get another order of some. Oh, I did. I actually dropped it off to my massage therapist. She ordered the Scooby and Shaggy and the Sailor Moon and Luna. The Sailor Moon and Luna turned out really well. If you want to see that, head over to JB Designs on Facebook or at Bauer Art on Instagram. Excuse me. They both that Sailor Moon one came out really well. So what else am I working on? The only thing I have actually work in progress right now is a set of canvases. It's and these are right in the middle of work in progress. So don't, they are what they are at the moment. But it's going to be Sleeping Beauty and Prince Charming. Sleeping Beauty is very hard to draw. She's got a very weird mouth, and she keeps coming out a little weird looking. So hopefully, as I go on, I will be able to get her looking better. But yeah, that's. I'm still working on the Lady Thor commission. I have not had a aha moment for that one. I gotta look through some more reference pictures and try to find something to do with this Lady Thor, but I have not had a proper idea yet. Um, but speaking of commissions, I've had quite a few people message me asking what the commissions are, how does it work, pricing, and what all it entails. So commissions are all priced differently. So I've got a couple examples here. So like you saw the ones I just had here, I've got this one finished. This one is mine personally. I'm waiting for to be able to meet the voice actor of Darkwing Duck, Billy West. He was supposed to be at Tampa Bay Comic Con and had to cancel. So I'm saving this to get it signed by him to add to my collection. But this is what I call a mini canvas. It's 8 inches by 10 inches. A regular one that I make just offhand right now is $20. If you want a special commission one, I just charge $5 more, so it'd be $25. With these are going to be somewhat detailed. Some of them are not. Some of them are. You never know what style you're going to get with this, and really with any of my paintings, it's just kind of I go with what I feel, how I'm up for the moment, and just go with where the canvas takes me. But these are you're only going to get so much out of these canvases. You're only going to get half faces. I'm not going to put a full body on here or something like that. There's just not enough room, and I like to keep it at the $25 price. So I don't want to charge a bunch. I mean, it's just a nice little small original piece, so I don't go too crazy. Those usually run $25 plus shipping, and everything you see here is plus shipping. Or if you live in the Florida area, I am happy to meet with you halfway. Like even if you're down in Miami or up in Jacksonville, we can meet in the middle, and I can drop stuff off to you if it's a bigger canvas that we're going to get into here in a little bit. But yeah, we are. I work with everybody. So if you don't want to spend the shipping, or I had a fan a few months back, she did. When they get stuff delivered, the post office or the UPS doesn't take the best care of their stuff, and it gets a little jacked up on their way to them. So they asked if we could meet up in the middle of where they live and where we live, and drop off their paintings. So I met them over in Sand Lake area, and we sat and we actually had some Dunkin' Donuts and BS for a little bit and hung out. So you never know, you may be able to hang out with me for a little bit. But yeah, I'm more than happy to do that with whatever you want. If it's a commission, a painting that I've already finished, like the one behind me that we'll get to in a little bit, just message me with any of this stuff. Just message me. I'm always on Instagram. I'm always on Twitter and Facebook. So if you want something, if you want to talk about something or talk pricing, I am more than happy to talk about anything. Just shoot me a message and I will get you squared away. So, and again, I'm showing you what sizes I really like to work with. I have sizes in between here and there. And the prices vary a little bit, but this is kind of just a quick run through of what I have available. I don't think so. No children. Dan said maybe you can do kids' birthday parties for hire. There's not enough money in the world. So, what size is this? I should have wrote a cheat sheet. This size is 12 by 24. So, usually I do the trees, like you see here. By the way, this one is for sale. These will run you between 75 and 100. This one right here is 75, plus shipping, of course. So if you, and I like to let everybody know, I can do the trees for, thanks, Andy. I can do the trees in whatever color or whatever style. There's a certain color you want. You really like the tree, but you don't like red. Throw me a color. It'll be 75 plus shipping, and I can do whatever color you need. So, and then I've done, I think I showed it before, but so many canvases. but I do stuff like this on this size too. So, you know, and I'm up for anything. If I don't feel comfortable with what you're wanting, like I don't do a whole lot of horror or scary or bloody kind of things like Walking Dead or Stranger Things or stuff like that. I'm normally not into that much. I do better with stuff that I'm into, but I can definitely, other than the horror stuff, I can do a lot of different things. I've done. I mean, I didn't really watch Sailor Moon, but I did a pretty good job with that one. So if again, if you want something, just message me, and I'll be honest with you. If it's something that I don't think I can perform well for you or do a good job for you, I will be upfront with you, tell you that it's not really my thing. And if I know an artist that you may like, that I like, that's their genre, their style, I will send you their info and you know get you squared away with them. So again, that last one would be 75. This is a size that I really like to work on. This is 18 by 24. This is actually one of my original fairies. If you are not familiar with my fairies, I have over a dozen different fairies now. I think I'm up to 14. But I work with different friends, cosplayers, models from all around the country. And I create these fairies. This is actually one of my friends from Ohio that a good friend of mine. She's been a couple of fairies actually. Her name's Kirsten. If she's watching, hi Kirsten. But yeah, I've done with different cosplayers. I've worked with a cosplayer from California. I've worked with a girl that actually does like she makes fairy clothing and like fairy outfits. She's in the United Kingdom, and I worked with her, and she was one of the models. But yeah, I have prints and original paintings of these available, so just let me know. But back to the commissions. This size right here usually runs between 175 to 225. I usually keep it around 175 though. But this is 18 by 24. This is my favorite size. It's a lot of different room I can play with. I can go big, I can go a little bit smaller, get a lot of the detail into here. I mean, look, you know. So that's one of my favorite sizes to play with. Sorry, I'm having a hell of a time. So yeah, you can't see it behind me too well. So let me get it off of this beast. This is another size that I really like to play with. This is 24 by 36. So this painting is actually of, it was another cosplayer that I worked with. I want to make sure I get her cosplay page name down right. It's Harley Quinn Arts Cosplay and Crafts. And I also worked with the Legend of Traveling TARDIS. He's the guy that took the original reference photo of this. She actually had the TARDIS in her hand here. In the original painting or picture, she was holding a little mini TARDIS. I switched it up so it was more of a Catwoman-esque painting, but to give him a little shout out, I put the TARDIS in some graffiti there, so he was still part of the painting. But yeah, this is 24 by 36. This is like standard poster size. Sorry, I keep pushing the screen so it actually stays focused. My phone does not like to stay focused. A lot like me. But yeah, you get this would cost about 400, give or take. But yeah, most of the time it's going to be around 400. If there's some more to it, or a little bit more detail, or more characters, I charge a little bit more. But yeah, it just depends. It depends on what you want. So, and again, this would add the shipping. I missed it. Good thing I have the other one. I hadn't noticed the TARDIS. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of hidden little things in here. Terry said that he did not notice the TARDIS, but yeah, the TARDIS is here, and then trying to work with the screen here. You got Riddler trophy there, like in Batman Arkham, the video game. You got a little bat symbol there. Right here is like the Iceberg Lounge. And then you go up a bit, you have Harley Quinn's Diamonds right up here, and a little homage to the Joker there. Yeah, I try to, when I can, here and there, hide stuff into a painting. Especially when it's big stuff like this, it makes it a lot easier to put little hidden things. I did a Batman painting uh, years ago. It was a 3-piece panel painting, and it was the guy was a big Batman movie fan. It was from the Christopher Nolan films, and he was a big Christopher Nolan fan. So what I did was he wanted like to me to hide a little stuff in there from to make sure it was like Batman but Christopher Nolan too. So each panel it made the Batman symbol, and each panel was based off of each movie. I'll have to share it. I haven't shared that one in a while, but follow me on social media so you can see that share upcoming in one of the Throwback Thursdays. Excuse me. But I did the little spinny top from Inception. I hid that in each panel. Like I hid like 2 or 3 in each panel. So it gave a cool shout out to Christopher Nolan's other work. But so yeah, those are commissions. I can't even go bigger than that. I didn't dig out the Batman Turtles painting. I may do that for next week's artist weekly update or an upcoming one. But that one's 48 inches by 24 inches. I'm actually going to be doing one of those soon. I think I've talked about it before. I'm going to do X-Men villains for one of my. I guess he's becoming a collector now because he just got a bunch of stuff the other last month or so. But he wants. If you've seen my Long Night or Spider-Man villains painting, where it's like the one character staring at all the villains, yeah, he wants an X-Men villains one. So we're working on figuring out who all he wants in there because there's going to be 15 up front, excuse me, and 5 hidden in the back. And then I don't know if he wants somebody standing in the center or not, but we're working that out. But yeah, that size, I'm probably really not charging him enough, to be honest. I'm doing around 600, 700. So yeah, that size I want to start charging more, but I take what I can get right now, and it just sounds fun. So yeah. What's next? If any of my Tom and Dan any fellow Tom and Dan fans are watching, or if anybody's interested, you guys have probably seen the Beast of the painting I did for Tom and Dan. That's going to be part of the silent auction September 15th at the Tom and Dan Celebrity Foot Golf Tournament. I just did putting the varnish spray on that. It's actually hiding. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's hiding back here. But yeah, just sprayed that yesterday. And today I printed and cut down all the limited edition prints. So I showed these off last week, but these are ready to go. I'm going to number each one of them. So it's going to be 1 through 50. I'm selling them online. If you go to jbdesigns.storenvy.com, I'll put it in below. But if you want one and you're a Tom and Dan fan and want to get one, you need to get it as soon as possible. They're $15 each, with all the proceeds going to Yellow Brick Road Foundation. And if you didn't catch it last week, Yellow Brick Road, you can find more information about them, and they're awesome. They help families with congenital heart disease, mostly kids. And they just announced, I don't know if they announced it before, but the gentleman that's a big part of it and putting on this event, just announced that they're going to start doing, because they originally started with making wagons for kids that had these heart problems and they were stuck in the hospital. And these wagons, you put the child in, and you can put all the stuff that like they're hooked up to, like the IV, the monitors and all that stuff, and it lets them wheel around. So the money that they were raising helped them build these wagons. Well, now they've had so many kids and been doing this so long and been able to raise so much money that these kids are surviving and getting older, and they're going to college and going to school. So now they are taking some of the proceeds that they get and making scholarships with the money. So part of the proceeds will either be going to wagons or to scholarships for these kids. So as of right now, the print sales alone, just me selling these prints by myself, we have already raised $250, and that's not even counting what's all of stuff that Tom and Dan are going to do that day, or what the painting is going to do. And then I'm also putting baskets together. Where did I put this? So Michael's had a sale. That's gonna be the death of me. Is Michael's had a sale, but I got these. I'm putting baskets together to raffle off as well in the silent auction, or not raffle off, but be part of the silent auction. So each basket is gonna have 2 framed big prints, and then I'm gonna fill it with a bunch of artwork. Last year alone, each basket that I donated brought in $200 and some each. So I'm walking in already donating $250, and we ain't even there yet. So I'm really hoping, my ultimate goal between everything is to get $1,500. That would make me happy. With all the items that I've donated, I would like to be able to say $1,500 was brought on from me. Terry says, well done. That's absolutely fantastic. Raising the money right off the bat. Yeah. And really, my little amount is not going to mean much, I don't think, in the grand scheme of things. I think last year we did with everything, because you bid to play with the celebrities and then the silent auction stuff, and then people just give them money. Thanks, guys. They got together like $23,000 or something like that. It was a big chunk of change. So I'm hoping to be able to, my artwork bring in a good amount to kick everything off. But yeah, as of right now, I will be handing over $250. But I'm also going to be there that day of the event on September 15th. I'm going to be helping out with the silent auctions and kind of running my own little side table with these prints, selling prints that day. Having people pick up the prints that they need or that they purchased, because some people did shipping, some people picked up at the event. But yeah, so hopefully it'll be a really good day. And then Tony, the guy that's like my contact and a friend of mine for Tom and Dan, he put together a big like basket of stuff of Tom and Dan gear. So I will be bidding on that, which is awesome because I'm going to be right at the table. So as soon as somebody bids, that'll be, yeah. Anyways, what's next? Oh, before I forget, this weekend, so I will not be there. Just let me repeat, I will not be there, but a bunch of my friends are going to be. Space Coast Comic Con. I believe it's down by Melbourne, if I'm correct. A bunch of my friends, the Kitchen Killers, are going to be there. Hanging with Web Show, a bunch of my cosplay friends and fellow artists are all going to be out there. So if you're in that area or just looking for something fun to do this weekend, it's Space Coast Comic Con. Just type it in Facebook and you can find all the information. Because that starts tomorrow actually. So make sure to head out there and support an awesome con and buy some artwork, and tell them that I sent you if you actually go. What's next? I have this. If you guys want to see my notepad, so I'm really bad at remembering things. So I do like little notes when I get started, or right before I start, to make sure I remember all of the crap I have to say. Piece of crap. What to do next? That. Where can you find me next? So the next convention is not for another month or so, but I will be at Daytona Beach Comic Con on November 4th. It's a Sunday. I am actually a guest creator there. They invited me to be a guest there, so I'm going to be, I'll actually be in the front area. I think as soon as you walk through the doors, I will be right there. I'm going to have 2 tables. So if you want to come out and say hi, it's probably going to be one of the last events, as of right now, one of the last events I'm doing in 2018. So yeah, I won't be able to take everything. So if you actually want to meet up with me, and if there's a certain, like, I'll have all my prints and stuff, but if there's certain like big pieces of artwork that you want to get for me from me for the holidays for whatever reason, that would be a good time to we can meet up. Just message me beforehand. We'll get squared away. You can either put half down or pay for the full thing, and then just pick it up that day. But yeah, just let me know because I can't. I'm only gonna have two tables, so I won't have as much room as I usually do. I'm very happy for Daytona Beach Comic Con for inviting me, but I usually take up a big booth, so I don't want to overstep my bounds and take too much. But yeah, if you want to come out, that's another one. Just search Daytona Beach Comic Con, and I will. I'll see you there. Um, and then I posted this earlier this week. I'm trying to get my artwork and all my stuff and my name out there more. And this will lead into one of the questions that one of the fan questions that I'll go over in a little bit. But I'm cutting down on a lot of conventions, mostly all the conventions as of right now. I've talked about this in earlier shows. They're just not working out for me right now. I don't know if it's my artwork or if it's the shows or what it is or the economy. I don't know. But I went to two shows right in a row almost and didn't really break even at either. So I'm trying to find new avenues and new routes to get my name out there, to get my artwork out there. I'm really looking for new comic book shops to hang out at, to display my work, either have it up all the time or come in as a guest artist and hang out for a little bit on like a Saturday or a Sunday or even like a weekday evening. Um, Stuff like that, or cafes, breweries, or bars. I'm also looking for podcasts to get on. If you are friends with someone that has a podcast, I don't care how big or small. I mean, it's just nice to have. I kind of had a personal thing this year of like trying to get on as many podcasts as I could. So I'm a good BSer. I love chatting with people. So I would love to get on more podcasts just to go, hey, I've been here, and it gives me something to share too, because I can only share so much of the same painting every week. So if you're connected to anything like that, or a YouTube show, or just something that you think would help me get my name and my artwork out there more, send them my info and let them know, hey, this guy would be really cool, because it actually it works better if somebody else contacts them because it shows that some people have some interest in me. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it really goes, oh well, and you never know what will happen. Or if you go onto my Facebook page and you see the posts that I put up with a couple of my pictures and then like what I want to be on or be a part of, share that. If you don't think you're connected to somebody, please share that, and hopefully somebody will see it. Um, with all that being said, let's take a couple of fan questions. I'm doing two. I usually do one, but I actually posted up right after lunch today. Hey, send me some questions that I can do on the, because I was running out on just a couple of questions I could do on the Artist Weekly Update. I got a bunch of questions. I could almost do a separate um, live feed of just answering some of these questions because I mean there's at least a dozen. So we'll do two, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna use some people that it was like their first time putting questions in because I've actually had some attention on the my artist Facebook page. So and I don't like doing last names, so I'm gonna say Joshua Z. By the way, good name. Joshua Z on my Facebook artist page, which is JB Designs, is he asked, "Is your art your main source of income nowadays? How many cons do you do a year?" And this is kind of why I wanted to talk about this because this gentleman asked. Um, my artwork is not my main source of income. It is actually the best I could call it right now is a side hobby. I have a full-time job. I work at a sign shop in Apopka. I work Monday through Friday, uh, 8 hours. I have a full-time job, and then all the artist stuff you see is actually done either on the weekday nights after work and after dinner, and then I do stuff on the weekends. So no, it is not my main source of income. I would I hope one day it could be my main source of income, or at least half. Um, but I'm always totally honest with everybody. Uh, Before this year, I didn't sell much outside of conventions. I sold decent amount of conventions, but like online sales, I very rarely sell anything off my Store Envy page, which I think may be part of the problem is the way Store Envy is set up. I'm actually looking into going into a different online store, setting up my own online store somehow. I gotta get some more information about that. But I very rarely sell anything on my online store. And then this year, I've actually gotten a bunch of commissions, starting right before, like it was late 2017 and to the beginning of 2018. I didn't really have commissions until then, and now the commission list just keeps growing, which is great. But it's just little stuff here and there. So it's I definitely need a lot more. That's why I'm trying to get this YouTube channel going more. I'm trying to figure out new ideas on how to work the YouTube channel to make it work for me, to be another source of income. If you have any ideas of what you would think you would like to see me do, I've got some ideas. I may be tweaking my the videos I do of my time lapse videos. I may start doing like voiceover stuff on those if I can figure out how to. Um, just to kind of talk about and maybe joke around or mess around a little bit as you're watching the video, so you're not just hearing music. Man, I'm having a hell of a time tonight with my voice. But yeah, I am working on trying to make a bigger part of my income, or at least half it, or in my hopes is to make it a main source. But I need my name out there more. That's why I need to get on podcasts and this and that. I need to get my name out there as much as possible. So, like I talked about last week, and this goes for any artist, any creator, any musician, anybody that's creating something. Your likes, comments, and shares mean a hell. You may not think they do, but you hitting that like button, or you hitting that comment, or especially the share or subscribe button, it gets our name out there and gets a whole nother group of people, because it always works where I only know so many people. So say I know 5 people. Well, if every one of those 5 people share something, they're gonna 5 people from them will see it, and then 5 people of them will see it, and it grows and grows and grows. So your shares and likes are very important. So yeah, who knows? It's definitely picked up in the last year as commission wise, but there's still a lot more that needs to happen to make it a full time thing. I was trying to figure out the Patreon stuff. I maybe need to look into that again. It's just hard doing the Patreon stuff because I hate charging people for every little thing, or only people here get to see this exclusive thing. It's like, my stuff isn't that. To me, my stuff is not that important, that great for you to charge you $1 to see whatever post. That annoys the crap out of me. And then his second part of the question was, how many cons do you do a year? Right now, as of 2019, 1. And technically, I'm not even booked for it yet because I got to pay them. But I should be at Sci-Fi Bartow again in beautiful Bartow, Florida. I've been there every year for at least 5 years. It's a fun little street. It's like a street fair meets a Comic-Con, and I love going down there. It's very fun, very relaxing. The people are very cool. This year went really well for me when I was there earlier in, is it February? I think they always have it in February now. But and it's also great because I get to see a bunch of my friends. The Kitchen Killers are usually there, and we all hang out afterwards and get some really good pizza at a local place. And I've said this before, most of the time for my traveling is for food. So yeah, let's see. So thanks, Joshua. Again, awesome name. I appreciate the awesome question. Somebody wrote something here. Terry, with me not being stateside, it is the secret stash still open. Kevin Smith's comic book store. If we share a few of your pieces to Kevin on Twitter, might get some attention. I don't follow Kevin Smith that much, so I don't know if the secret stash is still open or not. you're more than welcome to share anything to anybody. I don't care. Uh, so here's one of the hard parts, and this kind of is a little side thing. Here's one of the hard parts for me being an artist, and it actually took me a very long time to slightly get over just to get into artist play. I hate when I was a kid. I was never allowed to uh, act up for attention or I don't know how to put it. Basically go look at me, look at me, look at me. I was never allowed to do that. My mom was, you have to, when adults are talking or when things are going on, you have to behave. And I find that a very good trait. That's why I don't do a lot of live stuff. It took me forever to do this artist weekly update, or I'm not always live painting on Twitch or whatever, because I hate demanding attention. I hate, like I did, and I talked about it in a previous episode. I did the Power Rangers painting with all of them on there, and people are like, "Oh, you should send this to Jason David Frank. Tweet him, And I'm like, if he sees it, he sees it. I'm not gonna send it to him. I don't like it. I don't go, "Oh, look at me, look at me, look at me." It's not my thing. It's very hard for me to do. So that's why it took for me forever to figure out that I should post at least 3 times a day on my social media. That I should do this. That I should live stream more. I should demand attention. I should go, "Look at my stuff. Look at my pretty pictures." But it's not me. I can't stand it. It drives me nuts. So if you guys would like to share my stuff, if you would like to send something to Kevin and go, "Hey, check out JB Designs or Josh Bauer's artwork," or "You might really dig this," or any way, shape, or form, that means a lot to me, and that would be very helpful, because it's also not me, not the artist demanding the attention. It's people already digging that piece of artwork and showing it off to somebody that has some influence or something. So yeah, share away to anybody and everybody. I don't care who it is. Should I do one more question? I still have 2 people watching, I think, or 1 person. I don't know who's even watching now. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll do one more question. This is from Stacy D, from my Facebook page. She asks, "Where is one place you would like to travel to?" There is a ton of places. Oh, Andy just asked real quick, "Do I have business cards?" Yes, I do. I'm actually running out of small ones right now. I have 2 different sizes. So I got that one and that one. So, yeah, if you want some, let me know and we'll figure out how to get them over to you. But back to Stacey's question. Where is one place you would like to travel to? There's a ton of places. I've been to a good amount of places, but not as many as I'd like, especially when it comes to traveling for food, which is mostly what I do. The number one off the top of my head that I really want to travel to is Ireland. As you can see from a bunch of my hats, and I actually have, I have. Oh, that would be great, Andy. Let me know. Send me your address, and I'll send you a bunch. If there's anybody else that would like me to send them business cards, I will send you a bunch of them. I'll probably send you the big ones so people can see what my artwork looks like. But yeah, send me your address, and I will ship them to you, because we're gonna make this thing happen one way or another. But yeah, I would love to go to Ireland. I love Irish music. I love the food, the culture. I've seen so many beautiful pictures of Ireland. It's just, my wife and I would love. Our 5-year anniversary is coming up next year. Our wedding anniversary. We've been together for 11 years, 12 years. We've known each other for at least 14. Been together for many. But next year is our 5-year wedding anniversary, and one of my ideas was to try to come up with the money to get us to go on our anniversary to Ireland. And it's like that's one of my ultimate goals is to go to Ireland. But there's a bunch of places. There's several states that I haven't even been to. We're actually in October. My wife and I are heading to New Orleans, New Orleans, however you want to say it. But we're heading there for a few days. My dad and my stepmom are coming down from Ohio to New Orleans because my dad has like this business thing. So we are going to meet up with them in New Orleans and hang out and check out the. I've never been to New Orleans, and neither has my wife. So we're gonna have a good time there, checking out the food, the music. I really want to get to hear some local bands and local music because I really love jazz and New Orleans type music. So I'm actually knocking off a bucket list one next month, and we may do. I think I'll do some live videos there and some probably will because it's a 9-hour drive. We're driving from Orlando to New Orleans, so we will probably be doing some live videos to help entertain us a bit. So yeah, and I would love to go to the United Kingdom and travel all through there. Bora Bora. I want to go to a bunch of places, but Ireland's number one. It's yeah, I have to do it. I would like to have said I've gone to Ireland in the next 5 years. So what's Terry write down here? So I'm cheating because I have my screen up behind the phone. I've shared a few of your pieces of yours to Last Exit to Nowhere Collective on Facebook. It's a movie, TV related fan based t-shirt company. Oh, that's awesome, Terry. Thank you. Hopefully I managed to get you in. I really appreciate that. I appreciate it, man. One of these days, and if I do, I will let you know. Because, and then I found out, I guess coming from Orlando to Iceland is pretty inexpensive. Somebody was talking about it on a podcast or radio, probably Tom and Dan. Oh yeah, it was Tom and Dan. She said that she got a ticket to go to Iceland for like $300. So that might be on our list too, because I would love. I just want to go to more places and see see the real things of all the pretty pictures I've seen in paintings. Excuse me. I ate Chinese and it's not sitting right. So, in closing, I guess just hit up my social media. JoshBauerArtist.com is the easiest place to find everything. And Bauer is Bauer. Follow me on Facebook, which is JB Designs. I also have a Facebook group, which is Josh Bauer Artist slash JB Designs or something like that. But just type in JB Designs and you should find both. And then if you're on Instagram, I'm at JBauerArt. Easy way to find me again. I have not been to Iceland much like yourself, wanting to go to Ireland. I want to go. I have no idea what. Trying to get there. Yeah, it's like one of those, you gotta have those bucket list things. But yeah, J Bauer Art on Instagram, Twitter. Make sure if you're watching this to hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I've learned. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw it on last week's episode. But I learned how to put the button thingies on the on the video once the video is done. So if there's stuff here, make sure to click on that. I'm gonna try to get that working, and then I think my video to go to my profile will be here-ish. But yeah, please share, like, subscribe, share this video so people can see my goofiness in person somewhat. There was something I wanted to do before I called it quits, and then now I forgot. for anybody watching, in November, I'm going to do a big Black Friday weekend sale. That's another thing I'm going to start pushing. I'm going to try to do eBay again and do like bundles of stuff. So like the Avengers set and this set and that set, and I'm going to put them as bidding things. So they'll start off at like dirt cheap, and then they go wherever they go. If it's a bundle of 7 prints and they go for $5, they go for $5. But I will be setting that up again for Black Friday weekend. Plus, I think I'm gonna do like buy two get two free prints, sales on mini canvases, original pieces of artwork. But yeah, I'm gonna have a Black Friday weekend sale, so make sure you stay up to date on that. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I am on Twitch. It is. I'll put the link below, but it's like twitch.tv / I think it's JB Designs. Yeah, JB Designs. So please follow me on there. I'm going to start doing more. The YouTube is going to be for Artist Weekly updates and for my timeline or my time lapse videos. Twitch, I'm going to try to make as like my live painting sessions. Those are going to be random. I'm going to try to do more on Tuesday nights, maybe. But yeah, just follow me and it should pop up that I've done something. And most of the time I'm sharing it anyways. But if you are on Twitch, please give me a follow, and I want to start building that up as well. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Dan, Terry, Andy, I think I named everybody. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for the support. You guys that are in here are always commenting, always liking, always sharing. You guys are awesome, and you keep me wanting to do what I'm doing. So thank you. Other than that, I will catch you guys next week.